Here's a GRE geometry question. Let's take a look. Square ABCD is drawn in the XY coordinate plane. Point A has coordinates 2, 7, and point C is 14 root 2 units away from A. So we want to know what's greater, the area of square ABCD or 200 square units. All right, well, let's start by drawing this XY coordinate plane that we love so much. You might be saying, well, why not draw the positive and the negative? Give me a minute on this. You'll see what I'm getting at. So here's X and here's Y. So we know that point A is at the point 2, 7. So that's 2 over on the X, 7 up on the Y, right? Just like that. Now point C, and this part is important, point C is diagonal from point A. How do I know that? Well, I know it from the naming convention of shapes, right? By convention, unless they tell you differently explicitly, you can assume that C is diagonal from A. In other words, A is next to B is next to C is next to D. And this is a square, right? So here's A at the point 2, 7. Where is C? Well, I mean, it could be over here, it could be over here, it could be in all sorts of different places, right? But it actually doesn't matter, and here's why. Let's just, for the sake of argument, put C right there. I don't know. C is right there. And we know that that is the diagonal of a square, right? We know it's the diagonal of a square, and we know that it is 14 root 2 units away. So if that's my diagonal, then maybe my square looks something like this. Kind of, I'm ballparking it, just like that. Okay. So I know that this is a distance of 14 root 2, this diagonal. It's 14 root 2 units away. And yes, I have a square, but even more importantly than that, what do I have? I have 2 right triangles. Not any type of right triangles. They are special right triangles. These are isosceles right triangles. And this is where knowing this shortcut for isosceles right triangles is very, very helpful. If I have an isosceles right triangle, that is to say, a right triangle and equal sides like this, which is what I have here because it is a square, 14 root 2, I can assume that these sides are in the ratio of x, x, and x times the square root of 2. So if this is in the x square root of 2 spot, that means that x is 14, right? So the sides of this square, no matter where it is in the coordinate plane, I don't know if it's over here, over there, or whatever, but I know that the sides of the square are 14 and 14. Well, what's the area of this square then? It's 196, which is less than 200 square units. So quantity B is greater here. For more GRE tips and tricks, or to sign up for my online course, follow the link on my profile.